The last style bender, the UFC middleweight champion, back with us once again on SportsCenter. Israel, this is your second fight with Marvin Vettori. The first one from 2018 ended in a split decision that you won. But I saw a joint interview between the two of you where he kept insisting that he won the fight, and it seemed to really annoy you. How much of that annoyance are you taking with you into the octagon Saturday?
It doesn't annoy me. It's just intriguing. It's intriguing to me how someone can be so delusional, but that's in the past. You know, it's in the past, so I've let it go, but obviously he hasn't. So it's intriguing to me how someone can just hold on to that loss like their greatest win. So it's funny.
I'm sure in every fight you go in trying to win the fight as decisively as possible, as quickly as possible. But with that in the back of your mind, does it make you want to either submit him or stop him more than let it get to the judges?
He's a really tough guy, but I just feel like this time it's 5 rounds. I knew how he felt at the end of the 3rd round. Even though, you know, I got back up from the takedown and I started put the pressure on him. I knew how he felt, and it's in the same atmosphere. He might have adapted a little better, but guess what? So have I. I've adapted a lot better. So yeah, I always want to school him 5-0 each round, bell to bell, in every situation, on the fence, on the ground, on the stand-up. So yeah, when it's all said and done, he can look at me and know that I'm the better fighter always.
Obviously, a lot has changed since that fight 3 years ago. You're a better fighter and the champion now. He says he's a better fighter as well, and he's won 5 in a row. So it seems like it comes down to who's better is best. Where do you think you have the advantage in that discussion?
Well, I mean, if you line up our records or our track of work side by side from the time that we fought, I can only mention or know of 2 names that he's fought since then that are notable. You know, you look at the list of guys that I've fought. You know, everyone can tell you who they are because they're ranked guys, they're tough guys, they're not, you know, just no-name jobbers. So, yeah, I know I'm better, I've improved, that's why I'm champion, and he's not.
The last time we saw you, you had moved up from middleweight to light heavyweight to face Jan Blachowicz. That didn't go your way, but what did you take from that fight that you can use now?
What I took from that fight was just practicing patience. Don't rush. When they're ready to go, when they start to dwindle, don't rush. Just take my time. And that's what I've learned from that fight. But also just, I shuffled the deck a bit with my camp. Just certain things I did to not be as worn out this camp, to be fresher and to have a new perspective when it comes to the gas tank. So I look forward to showing that this weekend.
There are those who saw that fight and so you lose that fight, and they say the veneer of invincibility that you had going into that fight is gone now. How do you respond to that?
I mean, the same people said the same thing after the Romero fight, and look what happened in my next fight after that. So yeah, it doesn't really bother me. There's no air of, there was never really air, and I never really saw an air of invincibility around me because I know me. I'm very vulnerable. You know, I'm a human being. I just do godlike, and I still do. So yeah, this weekend again, after my last fight, the same people talking, and then this weekend, come Sunday, they'll be silenced.
What do you want to show Saturday? What's the most important thing that you want to show when you leave the octagon?
I want to show off. I want to show off all over this guy. Show off, show up, and show off, and show out. That's it. That's what I want to do. Show up, show off, and show out. And really just display like I did last time. In the first 2 rounds, even a little bit in the 3rd round with this guy, I showed off different styles. I hit the matrix, and then came back with an uppercut and cracked him in the face. He couldn't touch me. He couldn't see me. You know, so yeah, this time I go 5 rounds to show up, show off, and show out.